Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Fallout Roundtable. This is a place where diverse individuals discuss various topics from the Fallout universe. Join us, the conversation has already started. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Fallout Roundtable. I'll be your host today, Patrick Conway, also known in other circles as Jaxus. We got Gingerino, Sassy Lady, and Norville joining us today. And today we are going to be discussing the topic of nuclear power. Now, in this case, we're going to take nuclear power, how they, in Fallout 76, how they utilize nuclear power in everything. And we're going to try to see if it's applicable into the real world spectrum here. And we're going to just kind of bounce it around and we're going to argue about it and stuff. I think that makes sense, right?
Argue is a strong word, but okay, that's what we're going to do.
Debate, argue, whatever, talk about it, discuss it, articulate it.
Yeah.
I can't think of any other words that kind of...
We're good there. We're
okay,
good
all right. So how's everybody doing? I haven't seen Gingerino in a while.
I'm back, baby.
He's
I'm back,
baby. Than he was. Yeah.
I am much.
Christmas is over.
Oh my gosh, guys. I'm so happy to see your faces and hear your voices again. It was a time.
Now we're becoming. Sassy's got to go get a little Santa beard. So
I know. I'm the only
we
one
all
here.
need beards. I got enough beard for you right now.
Norville needs a marker.
You have
for the
enough
bottom.
to share.
Yeah.
You have enough
I
to
have
share.
yet to get a webcam set up, so I'm stuck with the alien balloon.
Yeah.
I was going to say, if you know Norville in real life, he is also quite furry.
Oh yeah.
So I am the only one here with a clean shaven face.
So, real quick, Sassy, you want to go ahead and give our socials so everybody knows how to get in contact with us and all that bells and whistles stuff? Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah. So if you want to ever contact us, which we wish you would, we love talking to people. On Twitter, you can DM us or just tweet at us to your heart's desire at Fallout RTB. Shoot us an email, falloutrtb@gmail.com. We are on Discord. We have two places. We are part of the Robots Radio Discord server. We have our own channel, and we also have our own Discord server, the Fallout Roundtable.
Roundtable. Welcome to Roundtable.
I'm picking up R's that they're dropping up there in the Northeast.
You got that Newfie accent going. Are you Canadian?
We're also on YouTube, by the way. So if you ever want to join and watch us be goofy and bizarre, yes. Right now I'm looking at Jaxus, who is Spider-Man. If you ever want to see these shenanigans, you'll have to catch us on YouTube at Fallout Roundtable. Just search it. Probably find us.
That's what everyone else does anyways. All right,
yeah,
let's
I have no
honest.
problem finding it. It's there. We're good.
Everyone's like, reach me on Twitter through these ways. I'm just going to Google you.
Yeah.
I'm just going to Google your name and then the word Twitter afterwards. And
we're important enough to be found on Google now. Oh, you got one on your nose. What a good boy.
Atta girl.
Oh my goodness.
You go, Jaxus.
Jaxus. You really ought to come on YouTube sometime and catch this.
Oh no, he's got a Pinocchio nose too.
He does. Big fat Pinocchio nose, and he's catching rings on it like a champ.
Shouldn't drink water.
All right. So who wants to start the discussion?
Nuclear power. Is it possible, first of all? Anybody know?
Is it possible?
I mean, don't we already have it?
We do.
All right, so we have nuclear power, and so that's the thing is, I was wondering, can we make it smaller?
We have.
It turns out we already did that.
Yep, we did.
Yeah,
explain.
Well, it looks like it looks like a little vacuum cleaner. Well, one of them does. Seriously.
Well, this is a nuclear-powered vacuum cleaner. It'll suck the dust right out of the floor.
So
you will have cancer by the end of the day.
You can literally get nuclear power for like $8,000.
Yeah.
It's a bit pricey.
In your house.
Hey, you can go on YouTube and learn how to build one in 7 easy steps.
You can in 7.
I saw it today.
Is there a WikiHow for it? That's what I really want to know.
No, it's a YouTube video.
No, I'm not going to do that.
7 steps to build yourself a nuclear reactor.
Oh man, every time I ask a question on Google, I get a YouTube video. I want
one thing I will tell you in my research, one thing that can't be done, and that is nuclear fission.
Correct.
When is it? Yeah, he's about to talk about the fact that they kind of have done it a little tiny bit recently. Isn't that true?
The issue with it is the temperatures. For some reason, it can't be done on Earth itself. You might be able to find a way to find a containment unit to make a small version of it, maybe. But there's been a lot of speculation. But
As
what
far
I've
as
seen on the internet,
fission,
yeah,
because fusion is more efficient. The fusion is like what the sun does.
I think
Yeah,
it's the
More
opposite.
efficient.
Actually,
You get more
Takes-
power from it.
basically takes molecules and like atoms and well, not molecules, atoms. And basically compresses them together in order to create energy.
Yeah.
Unlike fission, which splits them apart.
Yeah. So with that chemical reaction, it produces energy. And
So-
that's basically what happens when this, in the sun, and that's what they're trying to do now. And there's lots of companies like Lockheed Martin and the Navy that are patenting this right now on how to make like small sizes. It's probably what you saw, Jaxus.
well, I don't know exactly what I was seeing, but I did see. Yeah, I was able to. Oh, I'm getting a whole bunch of nuclear fission, periodic table stuff in front of me right now. Actually, I'm trying to make some sense of it. I need to switch that to fusion reactor.
That article is about the thing in December.
Sure.
Well, I found an article that talked about like 5 reasons that you won't see it in your, or 5 reasons you won't see like a suitcase nuclear fusion reactor like in your lifetime. But I mean, we know that the Navy has them that are the size of like engines.
That is
They
true.
They
They got 'em-
patented it.
Yeah, they got them in submarines and aircraft carriers.
Mm-hmm.
At least the fission reactors, anyway.
Oh, the fission reactors. Yeah, but
Yeah, those.
the fusion reactors, Lockheed Martin had one that was like the size of a car engine, and they're working on making them even smaller. They were talking about having one like bottle size because they use magnets and that magnet method on making the to excite the atoms to cause the fusion reaction.
Yeah, to compress them.
Yeah. Because there's like a couple different ways. It's like laser method, magnet method, and then a combination of the two. That was what I found in my research is like really like, how would you do it?
Yeah, actually, I got a bunch of those saved on my phone to where I was able to.
Yeah, I did too.
Do-do-do.
This is like if I was going to read through it.
So which one are they using in Le Fallout? In the cars and stuff?
Likely fusion.
So there's a vacuum cleaner, or there's the size of a vacuum cleaner. There's a nuclear powered vacuum cleaner.
Size, like their sizes, because basically what it is like they make the fusion reactor basically because they were talking about how in the Lockheed Martin article that I read, they want to make like fusion reactors that are small, but they will literally power a town. Because what they would want to do is like typically you would have like a fusion reactor, and typically, because it'll run in infinite, like it could run forever and it could power America. But with the fact that our power grid is horrible, like you just can't connect the whole country to one reactor. So they would have to break that down and have many reactors. And that was one of the reasons they were saying you probably won't see it in your lifetime because of these problems with trying to connect everyone onto one power grid. You can't do that because our infrastructure is too old, and if our infrastructure is too old, think about everybody else. Like Europe is way older than we are,
I think it's more about like centralization.
A lot of that too. Yeah, because I screenshot so I could find it easily. These 5 reasons we wouldn't see it in our lifetime. And yet this article was like from December because they were referencing the breakthrough that these scientists made December 13th of 2022, where they found a way to have a reaction that produced more energy than it consumed. Because it takes a lot of energy to cause a nuclear to cause a chemical reaction like this or generate this reaction, to get it to produce energy. And what they've been trying to find for like the last 50 years is a way to make more energy than they are expending
putting into it. And that's happened recently, right?
Yeah. That was in December. Yeah, just a month ago.
Yeah, that's right. Merry
so that was their
Christmas,
big
everybody.
excitement. Well, but the thing is
fusion.
they're being cautiously optimistic because, of course, now they have to reproduce their results.
Just do it again.
Right. because you know how the science is. Like, if it's not repeatable, if it's not something that they can depend on and make
Then it's
keep
not
doing it over and over, then it's not. Then
it's
it's not a
magic.
success.
It's
That's
not.
how theories
Then
are
it was
made.
a fluke.
There you
Yeah,
go.
it was a fluke. It was,
But it was
result.
demonstrative. They did it, so they could
Yeah, I
demonstrate
mean, it
was
can be done.
possible.
They just have to now find a way to make it happen
They're like,
reliably.
what do we
So
do?
my
We did it
biggest
right.
question is how are they going to react? So nuclear waste. How
Right,
would
and that was the other.
Yeah.
Well,
It's like, what are they going to do about that part of it?
Well,
the
Your
thing
toilet
about
paper?
fusion is fusion can use the chemicals that fission reactors give off, because our current nuclear power plants are fission reactors. And those are the ones that need like the water cooling and all that kind of thing. And they put off certain, because that was the other thing. They were talking about how this was also going to be expensive. But the cool thing about it was that we can use, let me see if I can find that screenshot. Okay, here it is. Companies have to find a way to source it, probably getting it from nuclear reactors. So the tritium is one of the things that they use. They use deuterium, which is found in seawater and is abundant, but they also use the tritium. It's produced naturally, but it's extremely rare and a potential shortage. Companies would have to find a way to source it in mass, probably getting it from nuclear reactors, which create it as a byproduct. So does that mean we make more nuclear reactors to make fission power for people? I don't know how many of those we already have. I
just have a feeling
didn't bother to look that up.
Kind of, this is not totally off topic, but kind of off topic, is why they don't use like the molecular hydrogen generator element. Because to me, it seems to be a much easier and cleaner way to get the megawatts of power.
Right. Do you know anything about that? Norval? Sorry, I keep wanting to call you Carl.
Well, I do know that hydrogen does leave water as a byproduct, so yeah, it is clean and in theory recyclable, considering that space shuttle engines do use hydrogen as a fuel source, and
in part anyway, not entirely.
Yeah.
They still use like solid rocket fuel.
Yeah.
But could they use that to run a fusion generator?
Or at least maybe control the cooling units utilizing a molecular hydrogen.
Possibly. I haven't really looked into that yet. I do know that they
threw you a curveball.
Yeah, he stumped you.
Gotcha. That's the end of the podcast. That's all we were here to do. All right.
Oh, here we go. Well, here's this. Another fuel source is PB11, a combination of hydrogen and boron. But that fuel needs to be heated to far higher concentrations, to far higher I can't read.
Far higher
temperatures than other variants to create the fusion energy, which can bring safety risks. So maybe that's the problem with that.
Blah, blah, blah.
So I'm sitting here thinking about how do you put it into a car? How do you apply it into your home?
So are they
going to be able to contain these things?
Are the things in Fallout individual like nuclear reactors, or are they like getting plugged into the nuclear power?
That's what I think. I think like everything's run off of a generator.
I think
is it though? Like because you blow them up real easy.
Well, cars,
yeah,
but
cars would be one thing because it would have to be their own separate.
Yeah, because
entity.
It's got to be mobile.
Yeah, the cars and the fusion cores are pretty much behave like the mini nukes,
right?
Even though fusion doesn't really behave like that.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Well, that's why I'm saying that's why we're doing.
But then again, it's Fallout in Bethesda and game developers.
And as Tom would say, it just works.
Like your toasters don't blow up like that in Fallout. So like those
are
just regular appliances. No, so they just talk to you.
So what I'm thinking is in that element, nuclear power is being converted into average like 110, 220 type of energy within the homes.
Yeah.
Kind of like an alternator distributes the power through your vehicle.
Right.
Mind you, it does it the opposite direction. This would be dumbing down the power so it doesn't like launch your toaster across the room.
Which would be a lot of fun. Yeah, no, that's what I think. I think
dropped
that
an F-bomb.
we're just using the generators to power our home rather than having to be, because that was like one thing that we were talking about earlier. We were like, oh, just use it to be off the grid, like.
So now let's think about this for a minute. So for instance, Mr. Handy, if we were to create an automaton, of some sort, I would think that it would have to have an alternate fuel source, wouldn't necessarily be nuclear powered itself, but would be regenerated, say, plug it into the wall at the house, let it charge overnight.
Yeah, like a Roomba.
Yeah.
Like a Roomba.
Exactly.
A Mr. Roomba.
Concept.
A fancy Roomba, like a
Go
Roomba that can
around.
talk to you and has appendages. I mean, we were talking about the practicality of having something floating around your house with with a
Buzzsaw.
yeah. Well, no, not a buzzsaw, but the fire, tell me.
What?
The blowtorch?
The thruster?
Yes, the thruster, that was the word I was looking
Right.
for. Thanks, Ginger.
Yeah, no
Like to
problem.
have
I
a
got the word
thruster
thruster
coming
down.
out. Yeah.
Winky
Thank you
face.
for that. So yeah, how practical is that? I mean, if he's dusting, like if he's cleaning your windows, he's probably setting your curtains on fire, and there goes your house. It's like how practical is that? I would rather have like a Protectron or an Assaultron
I
cleaning
hear the
my house.
Protectron, how slow they are, and you'd be
Well,
trying to
that's
sleep.
better than setting my house on fire.
Yeah, but you're trying to sleep at night, and all you can hear is chunk, chunk, chunk.
Good
I am
chunk.
cleaning the windows. No, thank you. Screw
Protect
that.
and serve.
The nice of the thruster is like a white noise. It puts you to sleep.
Yeah.
It depends. If you got the one from like say Fallout 76, if you've got like the what am I trying to say here?
Yeah.
The bad guys one.
Bad guys one.
Rust
That
levels.
No, oh my goodness. My brain is just shut off all of a sudden. No,
You
the
talking about like the
Blood Eagles, and they are called, what is a Blood Eagle? A Raider. Okay, so like the
Oh.
Raider version. Well,
That
I
was
couldn't get the
easy.
word out of my mouth. I'm like the blah 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 blah
I
blah.
was thinking of something harder. I was like,
No. This was very simple. It's like forgetting how to say the.
Yeah.
So so you've got the Raiders version of it in your base. It talks about wanting to kill you and burn down. Can you imagine trying to
Right.
sleep one night and it's like, I think I'm going to burn down the house. Beep beep.
Right.
Uh,
That's what I'm saying. I mean, it broadcasts its plans. It's like, what is
so
it,
disturbing.
Mr. Gutsy? Like, who wants
Oh,
their
yeah,
ass kicked today?
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
that would wake me
Robo
up in the middle of
brains.
the night. Robo
Oh
brains.
God, those are
Yeah.
even creepier.
They'd be okay.
What?
What about an
Oh, yeah,
assault?
maybe, but like the brain, yeah, it could be unsettling, but like the tank treads could also function as like
The most
the,
unsettling part about the Robo Brains is, why do we have to be able to see the brain?
Why do we have to look at it? Yeah.
Yeah, why not
Yeah.
put it in a case that you can't see that it's a brain?
No.
So
I
you
mean,
never
that it
forget.
could be
So that
possible.
we know it's so we know that it
It's,
is.
so
part
you know that
sentient,
if
I
you
guess.
kill this robot, you're killing kind of a person.
You're actually killing someone. Yeah.
Yeah, like just slap some armor onto its skull, the glass skull, and yeah.
So wait a second. Are the sentry bots powered by the fusion cores? Is
Yeah.
that nuclear fusion cores, or is that just a battery that had power from a nuclear fusion plant?
No, I
Or
think
is it
That's a really
generating-
interesting question.
I don't know.
I
I feel
kind
like
of-
what they're trying to say is that the fusion core causes a fusion reaction in that thing,
Hmm.
which means your power armor is also nuclear powered.
Yeah. So why doesn't your power armor blow up? Because the sentry bot does.
It's the fusion cores that blow up.
Okay, so here
So why
I just
doesn't the power armor blow up?
I just typed
Maybe
in
they-
fu-
It
Maybe
simply
it's-
ejects.
I just typed in Fusion
Yeah.
Core. Let's see what it has to say. Fusion Core is a standard-based implementation of 5G next generation core NGC or 5GC network functions. It comprises a high performance and high programmable 5G user plane function, core control plane functions, subscriber and policy functions, and a suite of tools for network management. And this is like the Fallout picture of a Fallout Fusion Core.
There's
Sounds like
a,
it's talking about networking to me.
it does. Well,
What?
there's a fusion core that it looks like a fusion core, and I think Bethesda made it, and it's actually like a cell phone charger and stuff.
No.
Yeah.
Huh.
There's a Fusion Core wiki. Let's see if
Yeah,
it'll tell me
Let's see.
something.
Fallout.fandom fusion core from Fallout 4 is standardized fusion cores are high grade long term nuclear battery. I don't know what a nuclear battery is. That doesn't sound right. But there it is.
A nuclear
I know.
charged battery. In other words, it was
It just
charged by
says-
nuclear power.
It just says nuclear battery, which could mean
I guess
one
I
of
could
two
explain
things.
why it explodes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but she's right. The power armor doesn't explode. But you could explain that from just they haven't made the game do it because they're like, nah, it's too much work. I
Because
don't know.
Todd said it just works.
Yeah,
It just works.
it just works.
But
Really.
yeah, anyway, it's not like the power armor pieces themselves break from too much damage anyway.
I think he had a Twinkie moment there.
There you go.
Well, we've got a
it might
big storm here. I'm hoping that our internet holds.
Yeah, let alone the power.
For those that are too young to know what Twinkie is, that is a character from Battlestar Galactica, the original version. There's a little robot walked around.
Yeah, I know.
Just
that.
go beady beady beat. Well, Buck. Old fart
Yeah,
buzzing.
some of us get that, some of us don't.
Yeah, it's kind of like flowing right over the heads of the redhead here.
Red beard. Red beard, thank you. Blue head right now.
Well,
Yeah,
I know what's
normally,
under the hat.
we've
You don't
seen
know
under
what's
the
under the
hat.
hat. No, you don't know. You don't know
Uh-oh.
what's under my hat.
Hey,
I'm
even if
kidding.
it's short and stubby, it's still red.
Who told you?
We know you're
Hey.
not bald.
Yeah, it's true. I'm not bald.
I am right here and a little right
feel-
here.
I feel like we've gotten a little bit off topic. Maybe we
Little
should take a quick
Yeah,
breather and let's
probably.
come back
Yeah.
to this.
Let's take a break
Okay.
and pull it back in.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Right back.
Do you think that's copyright infringement? Anyway, we'll be right
Is
back
it?
after this message, guys.
I was just
Ever wanted to be a content creator but had no clue where to begin? Come join me as I sit down with content creators that have already faced the challenges you're up against, as they discuss the tips and tricks that help them be successful. Here on The Content Creator's Guide, available wherever podcasts can be found. Hello, everybody. I hope you enjoyed our wonderful message, because that's what we do here. Anyway, we're going to get back into our subject here about nuclear power, and we're just going to continue to be weird people because that's what we do. And welcome back. Hi. And I was going to post a
Hey.
question here about nuclear-powered weapons.
Hell yeah.
'Cause we like stuff that blows up.
Now, does a fat man count? I guess that's spring loaded.
Well,
What
a
is-
I mean,
fat
that's
man
launching
is
an
like
actual nuke.
that's like a slingshot shooting a rock that blows up in a nuclear explosion.
Right.
Oh,
Not
favorite
exactly
type
the
of
same
slingshot.
thing.
It's the
Yeah.
actual nuke. That's not just
I was
nuclear
thinking more
power.
along the lines of something that's like nuclear powered that does like a plasma like burst or some sort of burst from it, kind of like
I guess we could
an
consider
artillery
any
cannon
of the,
kind of thing.
any of the weapons that use a fusion core as kind of nuclear powered. But yeah, what? do we have-
Right.
do we
Because
have anything?
I feel like it'd have to be kind of large.
It would be, but that doesn't. We could handle it. If you have
I mean,
power armor,
even-
you could lift it up.
Well, yeah, exactly. You'd have to have some kind of assistance.
You got Liberty Prime. I'm pretty sure that guy's
There you
got some
go.
in there.
He's
I mean, he-
probably nuclear powered for the get. He's
I'm
probably
sure
got
he is.
as big
and
as
then
he is.
could
He's probably got a
definitely
couple
handle
fusion reactions going
he
on.
Yeah,
can
he's probably
handle
got like
something
a
the size of a
full-on
car.
reactor in the torso.
At least. At least.
Boy, I hope that thing's well armored in the torso area. You know?
Yeah, no kidding.
I mean, it probably would have to, otherwise you get radiation leakage or realistically
you
speaking, a
imagine him
steam
tripping?
explosion. Oh, that would be a disaster.
Just
Be like a nuke going off.
You see him getting up. Oh,
Like one of the nukes on his
sorry.
back just causing like a chain reaction when he just falls over on his back.
Prime.
It's like everybody sees him tripping and they're like, oh my God, run.
I hope I
fast."
smash a communist.
There is no escape.
Probably
I hope I
not.
squished the communist.
I guess I hope I squished it. Fall that way.
Some red must have put this rock here, this banana peel.
Do you think that those little Liberty robots would be like Legos to him?
I don't even know if
Oh,
you can see
You know,
them.
you step
Probably.
on Legos.
The little trash cans. I don't
Like
think you
step
can
on
see
Legos.
those.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Those would be like crabs.
Like stepping on a Lego.
They're like
Yeah.
Liberty Prime's genital crabs. Let's just go for it. Come on.
Ooh.
Sassy physically recoiled at that one. That's good. Well, you know what? I thought I read somewhere that genital crabs are actually an endangered species now.
Can
'cause
you
everyone's-
imagine the ointment that
getting
would be
waxed.
needed
Oh,
for
well,
that?
let's not bring that one back.
Oh my goodness.
I you know, from the
Big old
field that I'm
huge
in, from some of the
silo,
people that I have had to treat,
big
I
silo
have a
of
feeling that genital
cream.
crabs are not an endangered species.
But they're on the downspin. You know, everyone's getting bikini waxes these days.
Not
Where are they gonna
everyone.
go?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Anyways, back to nuclear powered weapons from the
Please.
video game world of Fallout, which is what we're here to
Please.
talk about.
Oh my God,
I
why are
don't
we
know.
talking about this?
Yippee!
I was
Okay.
talking about a robot, and then you went into crabs. I don't know.
I
how
did.
that-
Right?
I
Where's
did.
your-
That's 100%
What is
me.
with you?
There's a reason that you guys kicked me off the show for a few weeks there. Anyways,
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to put you in timeout again.
I know. That's fine. I'm gonna
Now
make my
y'all know
best.
the truth.
Go to horny jail.
Oh my gosh.
It's actually just me and Gingerino's comedy routine. The rest of this is all just kind of added in there to make it seem like a commercial.
Yeah, pretty much.
And welcome back to the show. I hope you guys enjoyed our messages. Oh,
And comedy routine.
there you go.
Comedy's for free. Don't you worry.
Okay. Jaxus, I feel like you've thought about this a lot. What nuclear powered weapon do you have in mind if you could bring it into Fallout?
A nuclear powered weapon that I would
Yeah.
bring in?
Make one up, man. Do it.
Well, I was thinking of an artillery cannon. So,
Ooh,
not-
like a
not
howitzer
something-
type of thing?
Kind of, yeah, exactly. You know, but except for like it would be transported via a vehicle that would push it or pull it one way or another into position, but it would have its own nuclear reactor within it to charge it up. And it would utilize the power generated from the nuclear reaction to shoot, say, a plasma launch of some sort in a highly condensed beam.
Condensed beam, yeah.
You know, big,
Hmm.
big boom.
Like the Tesla gun from Fallout 3?
Yeah, kind of, except for
Kinda
not
like it.
quite so erratic.
Yeah.
Because a Tesla gun is kind of
Yeah, all over
Yeah.
the Fritzy place. I
Yeah,
gotcha.
yeah,
like
right.
that.
Yeah.
That's a
like
good
a
one.
lightning.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
so,
kind of an interesting concept because, like, we already, technically speaking, we did have a nuclear artillery piece that fired tactical nuclear warheads.
The
called
mini
Atomic
nuke.
Dan.
in real life.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in real life.
Yeah, the real life mini nukes. Yeah. It's still a
Oh, what
projectile
world
weapon,
we
though.
live in.
But it's still a
Yeah.
projectile. This is
still a
outside
kinetic
of
weapon.
Yeah,
he wants
the-
like lasers.
outside of the kinetic element. I would think more of like a plasma burst, and it would be a tightened controlled beam. You know,
Ooh,
I was to say,
you know what?
we have laser weapons on ships, don't we? On destroyers?
yes, we do.
Yeah.
I would make a nuclear powered sniper rifle. So it's projectile based, but it shoots the bullet at Mach Jesus through everything.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah. That'd be way more accurate because your subject wouldn't have a chance to move.
You would have to have a like really thick barrel to fire
No
that,
kidding.
Mhm.
Yeah.
because it would just split the barrel because of the
Well,
friction.
no,
and
so like I'm
explosion.
not picturing that like the nuclear thing happens in the gun and it all explodes at the same time, but the nuclear power use the
Mhm.
energy coming from that. Some of that
Yeah.
energy gets directed into the rifle to shoot the projectal very fast. Not all of the power, just some of it.
Right, 'cause
Well,
the
it would have to
reaction is
be
occurring
tightly
to create the power.
regulated because of the. All right, so let's say, all right, a Barrett right now can fire over a mile.
Yeah.
Okay,
See,
so
this one you could fire you put the crosshairs where you want, that's where the bullet goes. Into
yeah,
space.
So I could shoot someone across the state of Illinois right now or something.
That's what I'm
What you're
thinking.
saying.
That's my idea. Because if they can nuclear power a sentry bot, then you could arguably make a very large rifle that you can carry with power armor.
the only thing is that the barrel would have to be exponentially long to
Uh-huh.
keep the accuracy at that distance, regardless of the amount of velocity.
Yeah.
Mm.
I still
Because with
that's
distance
what-
comes loss of accuracy.
that's true, but that's what you put the little frongs on the end of the barrel and it'll
Prongs,
be fine.
that's gonna fix it.
There you go.
Are you talking about a bipod?
Yeah, I'm talking about a bipod, but the word frongs came to mind and I said piss
Okay,
on it. That's the word I'm gonna say.
That's the
That's a-
Canadian word.
Yeah, it's
for-
frongs. What's
for
a bipod? Weird.
That's the French thing. French Canadian
Oh,
word for bipod.
Yes.
Prongs.
I don't want to upset the Quebec because they're on the
See-
same side of the fence as me and they can get me.
They will
and they're
get you
al-
too.
and they might be allowed to have guns.
They will get you.
Oh. Yeah, they're not gun friendly up here very much.
No.
Not terribly, no.
Oh, well, there's ways around that.
Well, I mean,
come to the
illegally,
U.S.
yes.
That's what everybody else does.
It's okay. It's okay. I could just cross the border and then
Exactly.
I'll go to the shooting range and be like, this is so fun.
Yeah, fire extinguisher can be modified.
A lot of stuff.
Can
Just go
you
on
nu-
YouTube and figure it out.
Nuclear powered fire extinguisher.
Really, dude?
What if we can have a vacuum sized nuclear powered thing? Why not? Right. Anyways, I still stand by the nuclear powered sniper rifle. That's going to be my fantasy game gun, where you put it on and it
I thought
shoots.
we said practical uses.
That's practical
swore
in the
we
Fallout
did.
world. Are we? Oh, wait, are we doing in
No.
real life only?
We're trying to do like
We did say
applying
Okay.
the
To real
nuclear
life.
power
We did
to
say that.
the real world.
Yeah, and
Real
we said
world.
practical,
Okay.
like practical applications in the real world.
I don't mean MTV's version of it.
Okay. Gotcha.
Wait,
I
nobody
still- I
knows
think
what
that
MTV
the
version is
real
anymore.
world.
I think there's probably a way to make it realistically happen, but I don't think we should dissect just my one weapon on this show. Perhaps we should move on to some other ones.
Nuclear powered rail guns for space battles.
Yes, hey, that would be I'll be okay
Yeah.
with that. I'm not gonna say no.
That could be very.
I do
cool.
like your super particle beam idea, especially if they
Yeah,
put
that's
it
really good.
into game where you had to like follow this mobile platform and then occasionally jump on and blast the living crap out of a Scorch Queen.
Yeah, no kidding, because it just put a hole in her in one shot.
That'd be great.
Yeah, that would be great.
I wouldn't mind shooting Earl in the face with that. That'd be great.
Which face?
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. All of them. It's one particle beam that
once?
just goes through all the faces one at a time.
Just wait till he lines up all his
Ugh.
appendages.
There you go.
Ooey gooey fun.
All right, I challenge you to come up with a nuclear-powered melee weapon next.
What about like a steam powered?
That's steam, nuclear. Come
Sorry,
on.
not steam powered, but it'd be nuclear powered.
Coward. Kidding.
I'm done.
I don't know how you'd make a nuclear-powered melee weapon. I don't think that's possible.
I don't. I
Unless
wouldn't
it's like
see
a
the
chainsaw
point.
sledgehammer.
or something.
Well, what the
Like a
hell would be the
sledgehammer.
point?
No.
Yeah, but I
just threw it
mean,
out
like
there.
that's the way I play. Like, why do I want to get up close and personal when I don't have to?
That or like some ultra sledge. Like
Yeah.
just
Right.
take like a nuclear powered ramjet and just obliterates the
How would you be able to control it? You would be like,
Power
you
armor.
don't.
That's
You
the answer for
become one
everything.
with the
become
ultra hammer.
you would like turn it on. It would just like leave your hands.
It
and
would
just go.
take you. You would go with it. You would go where it wants to go.
I don't think so.
Yes.
I think
Exactly,
with that much
because it's like
power,
a
it would just kind of
ramjet.
launch right out of your hand. and
In
it would just take off.
nuclear-powered land, hammer wields you.
That's right. That's right. Hammer wields you.
I'm just seeing Thor going, my hammer. Where the hell did it go?
No, I see Thor flying behind the hammer
Yeah,
the way
you're right,
it's
you're right,
shown
you're
in
right.
the show.
Yeah, except the hammer's going where it wants.
Yeah, not where I want. where I need to go, I guess.
I think the closest we have in the Fallout game is the Gatling laser stuff, but man, that'd
Oh,
be
a
cool.
dispersion of power. If you think about it, if it was nuclear powered weapon and you took small portions of the amount of power that it generates
And admitted
To-
it.
to emit it out of like separate entities like a Gatling gun, and it would reduce the amount of power output, but it would
Mhm.
increase the amount. It would basically be like it's ammo. You know what I mean? So
Right.
that power would
Like you're siphoning off energy.
Yeah,
Oh, I
so
see.
like a laser Gatling that has unlimited rounds.
Yeah.
That would be nuclear powered, right?
Now
Say a
that-
backpack version of a nuclear power. Just
That is an idea.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure like there's a legendary variant in Fallout 4's Nuka World that kind of does that.
But is it nuclear powered?
Well, it is powered by a fusion core, so
But could we apply that
Sorta.
to the real like
Yeah.
real
well, I
world
li-
in some way?
like
Oh,
what you
well-
said, yeah, because I mean,
theoretically,
they're talking
yeah.
about making
just gotta miniaturize
Right.
it.
we're creating a concept that can be contained using a magnetic bottle. The bottle is used to handle extremely hot temperatures, reaching hundreds of millions of degrees. By containing this reaction, we can release it to control, create the energy that we need. But bottle size, if they
How
can
is
do
the
that,
bottle holding that level of temperature? The only thing I know
'cause
that
it's
can handle
magnetic. Because they use the magnets for the design, for the reaction. to
what's it
help cause
encased in besides the magnet?
Let me go back and look and see, because that was in the beginning. This is
Because you need something that would be able to contain
high
something at that
fraction
level
of
of-
magnetic field pressure.
Is there an
Says
alloy
the
or something?
smaller the size of the device, the easier it is to build up momentum and develop it faster. Sorry. And I'm just skimming this right now. To mimic the energy created by the sun and control it here on Earth, we're creating a concept that can be used. Yeah, they just say magnet, but I'm not reading the fission occurs when one atom fusion is a process which gas is heated and separated. When this happens, release a lot of energy.
What about a nuclear powered flamethrower? Not a flamethrower, but like it used
the
the heat
concept of it,
generated from a nuclear power, the battery, whatever, to like project that heat forward. What about something like that? I feel like that will also be invisible fire, which would be fantastic. Not really fire, I guess, but
That's
It
what
would
I was
be
gonna
a
say. Like, it
visible
wouldn't really have
heat.
a flame, right?
So basically a rad thrower.
yeah, a rad
Yeah,
thrower.
a rad thrower.
But it's
that would
also
melt you.
very hot. Yes, that
It
Yeah,
would
would
just
melt you.
melt your face off.
Yeah, you would just like.
I wonder how you would
melt
control the
things.
thrust from it, though. Like to keep you from like launching yourself into space.
Well, just like how you said with the laser, how it disperses energy, perhaps if there was a mechanism that only used a portion of the energy generated, so it wasn't just going full blast all the time.
Yeah, you
Or
probably
it
have
was
to have
just-
a bleed off somewhere.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and just releasing excess heat as like also a form of cooling.
Yeah, exactly. I could get down with that. That'd be great. The silent killer. Well, not silent, probably.
That
but,
would
you know.
be pretty wild to run around and just melt people. Oof. Sounds like a bad way to go, but
No. Yeah, well, definitely. It depends on how hot it is. Just done. Immediately ashed or liquefied, however.
Yeah,
they
probably
want
liquefied or just turn into a sludge of meat.
it.
yum,
Bloody
yum,
mess
yum.
perk turned on all the time.
All the time.
Yeah, like the meat pilots from 76.
Well, guys, I think we've kind of beat
would it
this
look like?
subject into the ground. And
bit.
as far as much what we can do, what I would like is if, those people out there listening to us right now, if you've got any ideas or suggestions or maybe just a comment, please, contact us in the ways that Sassy let us know, let you know our emails and, Twitter, and come into Discord and have these discussions. That's one of the things that we really like to have is we're trying to create points of discussion, not just with ourselves, but with you as well. So we welcome your comments and everything. If you guys come into our Discord and you pose a question or you got an idea of how we could use nuclear power or anything in that regard, or maybe you got an idea for something else and another show you would like us to talk about, come in there, have that discussion. That's what we want. We want to have an open dialogue with the people that listen to us. It's a community. And so if you can come say something to us and we'll say it live on air, we'll give you credit. We'll say, so-and-so said blah, 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 blah. Okay. We won't give you
Or-
your address
Do it.
or your last name or anything.
They let
Or
me
if
talk
you
on
want to
this show.
guest, then
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
let us know that too. Like if you're like, hey, I can do way better than you guys. Just have me on.
If you thought to yourself,
Let's do
I'd
it.
love to podcast, but boy howdy, it's pretty inaccessible and I don't think I could do it. Well, now's the opportunity for you to join in here on the Fallout Roundtable with a bunch of other Fallout nerds. Get your foot in the door, get your chops going. Come on,
That's
guys.
right. That's right.
But please make sure that you bring I know we're a little goofy and whatnot, but bring a level of decorum. Just saying.
Well, level of decorum a little bit.
Oh, okay.
bit.
So if you don't know what that word means, don't bother Googling it. Just forget the whole thing. Okay.
I will be speaking with you, and that
Yeah,
is
Sassy
some
will vet you
level of-
beforehand.
Some level of vetting, yeah, there will
She might
occur.
ask
I
you to
mean,
do some things, but
Anyway,
we will
folks.
be getting to know each other.
I think
Wow,
that's
that-
going to do it for us tonight. I hope you enjoyed our subject. I hope you had some fun with us and our little weird discussions and whatnot.
Yeah. So all you smarter people like you science nerds and nuclear engineers and whatnot, let us know what we got wrong and what we might have gotten right, and give us some good ideas.
Absolutely. All right. So good night, folks. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
This podcast is part of the Robots Radio Rocket Club, a program designed to help all podcasts reach their full potential. For information about joining the Robots Radio Rocket Club, check out robotsradio.net.